built civilizations, some sadly destroyed it. Today, we're gonna talk about the most dangerous elements on Earth and the true stories behind them. Why is uranium so dangerous? Nuclear radiation that lingers for decades, power capable of leveling entire cities, damage that reshapes genes, land, and history itself. Uranium was once just another heavy metal, silent, buried deep beneath the earth. Then, in 1945, it became something else. When the atomic bomb fell on Hiroshima, a single element erased a city in seconds. Those who survived did not escape untouched. Radiation sickness followed, cancers appeared years later, and genetic damage echoed through generations. Uranium didn't end just a war, it changed how humanity understood power, destruction, and its own future. One element was enough to change history forever. Why is plutonium so dangerous? A man-made radioactive element, the core of nuclear weapons, deadly even in microscopic amounts. Plutonium does not exist naturally in useful quantities. It was created by scientists racing against time during World War II. When the bomb fell on Nagasaki, plutonium sat at its core. A metal invented by humans, not for energy, not for medicine, but for destruction. And even now, long after the war ended, plutonium remains lethal for tens of thousands of years. We created a metal capable of ending civilizations. Why is lead so dangerous? It causes brain damage, it is especially harmful to children, and it accumulates silently inside the body. The Romans built their empire using lead. Their water flowed through lead pipes. Their food touched lead cookware. Even their cosmetics contained it. Over time, entire populations were poisoned without knowing why. Some historians believe this slow exposure weakened Rome from within. The poison was built into their civilization. Mercury, mad as a hatter, in the 1800s, hat makers treated felt with mercury nitrate. When heated, it released toxic mercury vapor. Workers slowly developed tremors, memory loss, and hallucinations. They were not insane. They were poisoned every day at work. This is where the phrase mad as a hatter comes from. Madness became an occupation. In another story, Minamata disease. In 1950, Minamata, Japan, a chemical factory released mercury into the sea. Fish absorbed it. People ate the fish. Mercury built up in the brain, causing loss of coordination, speech failure, and birth defects. The poisoning continued for years before it was acknowledged. Mercury didn't kill quickly, it accumulated. Poison slowly, generation by generation. Mercury is dangerous because it hides, builds up, and never fully leaves. Radium. It emits intense radiation, damages bones and organs, and it accumulates in the body. The Radium Girls. In the early 1900s, radium was hailed as a miracle, a glowing symbol of progress and health. Young women, proud to be part of this modern age, sat in the neat rows painting luminous watch dials. Each stroke required precision, and they were told to lick their brushes to keep a fine point. The glow that once seemed magical began to betray them. Their teeth loosened, their jaws ached, and their bones, once strong, began to crumble from within. The same light that had been promised beauty and prosperity was quietly consuming them. They became known as the Radium Girls, a name that would shine not with radiance, but with the haunting truth of what unchecked progress can cause. They were told it was safe. Chlorine, a toxic gas that destroys lung tissue, causes suffocation, weaponized in war. In World War I, a strange green cloud crept across the trenches. At first, soldiers watched in confusion. Then came the burning, the choking, and the panic. Chlorine gas filled their lungs with fluid, turning each breath into agony. Many drowned where they stood, eyes wide, clutching at the air that betrayed them. For the first time, the very atmosphere became a weapon, a reminder that even the breath of life could be twisted into death. The battlefield learned how to breathe back. Polonium, It's extremely radioactive, lethal in microgram amounts, and nearly impossible to detect. Polonium is invisible, silent, and lethal. Polonium is a substance so deadly that a speck smaller than a grain of salt can end a life. In 2006, it slipped into a cup of tea in London. Alexander Litvinenko drank it, unaware that his fate was sealed. There's no taste, no smell, and no warning. Only slow unraveling from within. By the time doctors uncovered the truth, the damage was irreversible. The poison has done its work, leaving behind a chilling reminder: sometimes the most dangerous weapons are the ones you never see. Death arrived silently.